Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tracy with TR's Tarot Talk 1111, and briefly I'm going to let you know, if you're new to my channel and you've never been here before, I like to talk, I like to teach, and I love to learn. So I am going to be teaching you a little bit that I have learned, that I have believed to be true. Now remember, everybody's belief systems are different, so take what resonates, let go of anything that doesn't. But I would like to speak just for a moment. This is for Aquarius. I'm doing the zodiac signs. It's a relationship / full moon in Sagittarius reading. Okay, what that means is that I am going to address the moon energies and give you some advice that if you haven't already been awakened to, perhaps it will help you through these energies. Okay, this is for the zodiac sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus of Aquarius. All right, there's a lot of heavy equipment being used outside right now. They are doing construction. They're digging up my road. I'm not sure why. I think they're laying down new cables for electricity or gas or something. I don't know. But anyhow, so don't mind the noise. And if there's any interruptions, if anybody knocks on the door or if my son comes in, I'm not going to stop the video. We're just going to push on through after I address the problem, okay? Because I promised the divine, I promised my spirit guides I would get these messages out. And I really feel like there are forces trying to prevent this from happening, because it's been a challenge to get these videos made and uploaded for you. All right, so I just, like I said, briefly wanted to talk to you about this full moon in Sagittarius. All right, I meditated and talked to my spirit guides, and I had a little mini vision download for all of the signs, all 12 zodiacs. Spirit said that I needed to use the analogy of riding and pedaling a bike. Okay, the major arcana, the symbol for Sagittarius in the major arcana in the tarot is the Temperance card. And Temperance is all about balance and healing and alchemy. Okay, a lot of readers say it's divine timing, it's waiting, it's the tempering, it's the alchemy, it's the balance, it's all of those things. Okay, that is Sagittarius is represented by that archetype, by that energy. So this full moon in Sagittarius is all about balancing, healing, and tempering, and patience. Okay, so when I asked Spirit to give me an analogy, something to share with you, they showed me a small child learning to ride a bike for the first time ever. And as we all know, when you first get on that bike, you're going to have some people that just start pedaling and never stop, okay? They're off, they're gone, they're balanced, they're on their way, no problem whatsoever. But then there are those kids that just get on, they fall down, they get on, they fall down, they scrape up their knees, they cry, they get frustrated, they want to give up, but the parents put them back on the bike. So this full moon is the last full moon that we have before eclipse season, which starts on July 2nd. Okay, so when the eclipse season happens, well, let me go back. So the full moon, we've had all these moon cycles, new moons, full moons, all these moon cycles in between eclipse season, right? And with a new moon, you manifest in. With a full moon, you transmute and manifest out. Okay, Spirit's correcting me. Now, you can manifest in and out on the full moon, but the full moon is closing out the manifestations from the previous cycle. Okay? So it's a reevaluation time of the things that you still want to manifest versus the things you thought you wanted to manifest, but they didn't quite resonate, so now you're ready to let those new manifestations go. It's like a reevaluation, or it could be things that you were trying to release that you still haven't healed and you're struggling to release. All of these things can make you that small child that cannot seem to pedal and balance enough to stay on your path. Okay? So, if there are any toxic energies, relationships with people, relationships at work, your job, maybe you hate your job, you've hated it for a long time and you want something better, you're trying to manifest something better. If you're in a relationship that's toxic, or if you're just in a relationship that the love is gone and you're robbing your partner from the opportunity of being with somebody that loves them and can reciprocate, and the same for you. It's not always a good guy and a bad guy. Sometimes the love just is gone. And it's time. You've learned the lessons that you were meant to learn with that partner. So it's time to release that partner so they can get new lessons and you can get new lessons. So that's what this last full moon in Sagittarius is all about. It's about healing. It's about anything you've been patiently waiting for, that you sowed seeds for, that need to come back in, that need to be nurtured, and it's harvest time, right? Okay, so the analogy is, if you don't balance on your own, then the parent is going to step in and gently place you back on the bike and give you a push. Now that can be scary, right? I mean, you might fall again, or you might learn to pedal and balance, right? And we always heal after a fall. Or we should, if we're in balance, we should heal after a fall. Okay, so Spirit wanted me to let you know that this has been an opportunity, a gateway, an opportunity for you to manifest something different, something bigger, something brighter, something stronger. Okay, we are moving into the age of Aquarius, the golden age. We are becoming enlightened beings. We are mutating, we are ascending, we are, changing. Our world is changing. Our currencies are changing. Our energies are changing. So these lunar eclipses are put in place by the divine to guide us on our life's journey. All right, well, everything's changing, guys. Everything's changing. July 2nd is the first eclipse, and things that get eclipsed usually get gently moved, or maybe not so gently removed, maybe a tower moment, removed from our energetic field, because we chose the new energy. And in order to choose the new energy, you got to let go of the old energy. And the old energy for the little child getting on the bike is fear. The difference between the kid that got on the bike and took off pedaling and never looked back and the child that gets on and falls every time is fear. It's just not trusting that you can do it. So, the message is, July 2nd starts the eclipse season. I believe that's a full lunar eclipse. I haven't looked, but I intuitively feel, and I believe I might have even heard in a couple other readings from other readers that that's the case. All right? But what Spirit is showing me is that during this full moon, you need to be healing your fear factor. What has been holding you back? What keeps you from pedaling forward and never looking back? And whatever that is, you need to balance that. So you either need to forgive it and keep it, or judge it and release it. And I don't like the word judge, but the judgment card's been coming up a lot lately in readings, because we need to pass judgment on an old lesson. Have we learned that lesson? Or are we still struggling to get on that bicycle and to balance? So if this shows up in your romance, then there's somebody from your past that you need to forgive and embrace and transmutate, and you know, the whole butterfly thing, you know, come out of the chrysalis. You have to change the energy around that relationship, or you need to judge it as a lesson that is completed, that you have learned and no longer need or no longer serves you, and then you need to let it go. Okay? That's what Spirit's showing me for this full moon in Sagittarius. But it's also showing me that if you're unable, or if you aren't willing to do that work, then eclipse season is like God's hand clearing all that doesn't serve you out of your life. And that can be painful if you're not ready for it. So that's why I'm channeling this message to hopefully help you be ready for it, so that you can do your own work, and Daddy and Mommy, Mother, Father, God don't have to step in to teach you to ride that bike. Okay? And the difference between the kid that makes it and the kid that doesn't is just how they view their own ability to pedal. Their confidence, their love for self, their inner belief system needs to be balanced. Okay? So that's the message. Dang, I'm 11 minutes into this, and I have to say that for every single one of these signs, because I don't know how to edit videos yet. If you guys know how and you want to tutor me, I'll give you a free reading if you tutor me on how to do it. Okay? Reach out. All right, so this is for the sign of Libra. Now we're going to get into your reading. It's just a little mini reading. I'm going to look at your moon energies. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the energy I see around the cards, and possibly the things that the divine's telling you are some of your fears or holdups that are not allowing you to pedal your bike. Okay? And maybe you're perfectly balanced, and the cards will tell me that as well. So let's take a look at the moon energy. Wow. Surrender to the divine. There you go. That'll get you pedaling and off and running in no time. It really is that simple, guys. It really is. It's like, here, God, take this. It's all yours. I trust you. Surrender to the divine. That's a full moon, by the way, which is right now what we're under. Okay, so Aquarius, you have got your own element here. This is the Six of Swords. This tells me that you have learned quite a few lessons, right? Too many lessons to put on a bike, I'd say. So what are you doing? You're taking your lessons, you're putting them in a boat, and you're going on off to smoother waters. You're saying, okay, yeah, the bike analogy is nice, but I'm going to need a boat. You know, and some people are going to need a train. Some people are going to need a ship. I don't know. I'm just saying that this energy right here, this is somebody helping you too. Somebody helping you learn your lessons and to release them. See, in life, when we get to the Ten of Swords, that's the completion of a cycle. So you're not quite there yet, Aquarius. Spirit's telling you you've only learned 6 of the 10 lessons, okay? But you are absolutely moving into smoother waters. So let's take a look. 6 is about balance too, guys. The number 6 is reciprocity. It's equal, give and take. It's yin, yang. It's, you know, light, dark. It's the duality that we live in, right? Needs to be balanced. When there's too much darkness in the world, then God sends more light workers to brighten the place up. And vice versa, you know, when there's too much light in the world, we need a little duality, don't we? All right. Oh, look, I love this card. It's my favorite, because I am a double Cancer and I love nostalgia. I love antiques. I love memories. I love tiptoeing through the past tulips, you know, oh, I miss you. So there's somebody that you've made a soul connection with. This is soulmate energy. It's somebody that you've been missing, or they've been missing you. And look at all them cups. That could represent each and every lifetime that you've spent together. It could represent how many months until you're going to be in union. It could represent the abundance of love that this person has for you, or that you have for them. All right? It's another 6, guys. I'm just here to tell you. Okay? 6, 6. Both of them. So this is balancing your past with your future. It's like you know, it's that scenario I said. Are you going to forgive the past and allow it to be part of your future? Or are you going to recognize that it was a karmic lesson, bless it, judge it, and release it and let it go back to the past where it belongs? Either way, you're missing it, and you're probably struggling with whether or not you want to forgive it and keep it or release it. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, the Empress. Yep. Yep. So this could be, Aquarius. Not everybody's on a twin flame journey, but for me as a reader, the Six of Cups is one of my soulmate cards, and the Empress is divine feminine. That's what it is, okay, for me as a reader. So, you know, it's also about prosperity. It's also about balance. It's about, no, Spirit's telling me you need to choose. The past comes with you, or the past stays in the past. You need to choose before eclipse season. Because if you don't choose, then the lesson hasn't been learned, and you're going to get more of the same until it's excised or eclipsed out through a tower moment. Okay? Because there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of love here. And you can love unconditionally, or you can cut and run. Okay? The choice is yours, really. You can do either or. Either way, you need to balance in order to be this Empress. You need to do your inner work. You need to heal. You need to remove toxicities. And if you're on a twin flame journey, you need to forgive your masculine and go on with your life. And if they're meant to be in your future, they're going to be in your future. Because you can't cord cut a twin flame. Now you can definitely cord cut a soulmate, because soulmates come and go, and some are karmic and some are not. If they're not a karmic one, they don't usually leave. They stick around for this lifetime. But if they're a karmic soulmate, they come and they go. So in order for you to move into this new Empress energy, because we are now bringing in the divine feminine, we're going from a patriarch ruled society to the matriarch. And whether you like it or not, the feminines are coming into their role, their archetype, what they were designed and created for is creation. They're the mother. Okay, the father has been in control, and now it's time for the mother to rule, right? So it's all about emotions. It's about love and tenderness and caring and forgiveness and all of the motherly aspects. And yes, it's about fertility. Some of you, you could get pregnant. Most of you, you probably won't. But this is birthing something new into your life, okay? But you've got to choose whether this past stays or if you move away from it. What is your advice from Spirit? Go with the flow. That might be a hint that moving on might be the energy around this. You need to pray and meditate on this card. Go with the flow. Because of this Six of Swords, you know, the flow has been pretty rocky. And in this card, you're moving into calmer waters. So it might be a mini little message from Spirit that you need to go with the flow. Some of you need to put your swords in that boat and keep on trucking. Others of you, it could just be getting in balance, you know, that flow, that temperance, that balance, you know. It's like, I give and you receive. You give and I receive. Balance, right? Go with the flow. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. A lot of us, well, most of us, parents, they don't mean to be crappy parents. They don't mean, and most of them aren't. You know, there are some. I didn't have crappy parents. But did I have parents that knew it all and raised me perfectly? Heck no, they're human. You know, sometimes they raised me through their filters, through their brokenness, through the places in which they didn't heal. And then, I kind of inherit through role modeling some of that karma, that inherited karma, right? So part of these moon eclipses is learning to heal and balance. if your father didn't treat you right, or if your mother didn't treat you right, or perhaps they just worked so hard they were never there and you felt alone or deserted or abandoned, you know, whatever your issues are with family, take a serious long look at that before this eclipse, because God's going to balance you one way or the other, because you chose to be here during this time. You incarnated on this earth in full knowing of what you were going to experience, and you wanted the experience. Okay, so Aquarius, where are you broken that you haven't fixed yourself before God comes in and towers it or eclipses it out of your life? Okay? Calling in your soulmate. Yeah, some of you need to move away from one love partner in order to make room for the new, the one that's, you know, or it could be somebody from your past. You know, I mean, honestly, we get to choose who comes into our future and who stays in the past. However, this is a time of clearing. And if this is a person from your past that's a soulmate, you can only keep them in your grubby little child fingers if you've got a basket to put them in. Okay? That means an open heart. An open heart. You've got to forgive and forget and heal in order to create a basket on your bicycle to bring your soul, or a banana seat, right? So they can sit on the seat with you and pedal with you and travel and go with you. All right. Oh, and by the way, you guys got 2 of these cards. The other sign, the other air signs only got 1, but these fell out, so I felt that Spirit really wanted you to know both of them. So I need to look at them. Okay. You needn't worry. Sometimes the good is hidden. Okay? What I'm hearing is there is a lesson that is going to bring you abundantly balanced. If you just stop worrying, because it's manifesting. Where energy goes, you get what you give, right? If you're worrying, you get more worry. If you're abundant, you get more abundance. I mean, you're the creator. Be a conscious creator, right? Don't worry. Don't send energy to lower vibrational things. It says there's no one in your life who hasn't always loved you. They're all just learning how to show it. The universe. Everybody loves you, or they wouldn't have incarnated with you, and they wouldn't be part of your life's path. Whether it's good, bad, or ugly, and painful, or joyous, you know. Sometimes the good is hidden. Yeah, way deep down inside of a really ugly outer shell sometimes. Find the good in what they said or asked. It's always there. Even if they didn't mean for it to be there, it's always there. Sherlockly yours, the universe. P.S. Clues for what you want are hidden all around you, because you're the creator. If it's in your field, you created it. But did you create it out of brokenness and fear, or did you create it out of unconditional love? There's so many messages here that I can't even pick them out individually. Some of you are reconnecting with a soulmate from your past. Could be a twin flame, could be a karmic soulmate. However, Spirit is saying that surrender this to the divine. This is not yours to manipulate, okay? You ask for a bike, God gives you a bike. If it's blue, green, yellow, red, whatever, the details are up to the divine, right? Just like if you're the Empress and you're wanting to be abundant, or you're wanting to birth something, you know, you set the intentions, you manifest what it is you want to birth, but leave the details of, you know, how many fingers and toes, and is it going to be black, or is it going to be white, or blonde, or blue, or green-eyed? It doesn't matter. The devil is in the details, guys. Divinity is in the creation. Okay? that's been your reading. I hope it resonates with you, because there's a lot of energy for Aquarius. There's a lot to be learned here. And if it feels a little confusing, I recommend that you go back and watch it again. Maybe take notes, because sometimes when a reader talks and channels as they talk, they kind of go from one topic to another, and people tend to get a little lost. But we have to say it as it's given to us, or we will forget it. Okay, especially if you're me. So if it's a little chaotic, please, I invite you to go back and watch this video again with purpose and intent to pay attention to your messages. And you discern and interpret what you know resonates for you. Okay, this has been your weekly full moon in Sagittarius relationship/life reading, whatever we want to call it, right? I hope there was a message here for you, and something that you can take forward to help you to heal and transmute. And, you know, that devil card, you've got to transform from what you were into what you're becoming. And what you're becoming may not have everything in it that you had in what you were. So there are things that need to be let go of so that better things can have space to come in. Okay? That's your channeled message, and I love you. Talk to you soon.